Good evening, this is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel. I'd like to continue on my part series, the professional sports teams that didn't win a championship during that season. In 2017, LA Dodgers. Now this team definitely should have won the championship. They finished with the most wins in LA team history with a major league best 104 wins, third best overall in team history. They won their fifth straight National League West Championship, swept the Arizona Diamondbacks 3 games. They advanced to the championship series for the second year in a row. And the third time in 5 years where they faced the Chicago Cubs for the second year in a row. They defeated the Cubs in 5 games, advanced to the World Series for the first time since 1988. But unfortunately, they lost to Houston Astros in 7 games. So I had a 104 and 58 record. Teams that stood out. Cody Bellinger had 39 home runs, 97 RBIs, 267 batting average, 28 home runs. Yashir Puig, 74 RBIs. Chris Taylor, 21 home runs, 72 RBIs, 22 home runs for Corey Seager, 77 RBIs. 21 home runs for Justin Turner, 71 RBIs. The team was loaded. So let's go over the postseason, what went wrong against the eventual champion Houston Astros 2017. So we're going to break down the World Series. Houston Astros had 101 wins, 61 losses. Dave Roberts managed the Dodgers team, had 104 wins and 58 losses. Astros defeated the Dodgers 4 games to 3 to win their first World Series in franchise history, also becoming the first team from Texas to do so. It was the first time since 2001 to 2002 when 2 consecutive World Series went to 7 games. Both teams set a World Series record with a combined total of 25 home runs throughout the entire series. When the team record 15 home runs by the Astros hit a combined total of 8 home runs in Game 2, set the single game's World Series mark. Houston outfielder George Springer was named as the World Series most valuable player after hitting 5 home runs in the series to tie the World Series record with Reggie Jackson in 1977 and Chase Utley in 2009. This was the first World Series in which home field advantage was decided by the regular season record of the 2 pennant winners. From 1903 to 2002, home field advantage had been determined by coin flips alternating between the AL and NL. From 2003 to 2016, it was determined by results from that season All-Star game when it was awarded to the team from the winning league. The Dodgers earned home field advantage over the Astros. The series was played in 2-3-2 format, the Dodgers hosting games 1, 2, 6, and 7. Astros hosting game 3, 4, and 5. In the aftermath of Major League Baseball's investigation into the Astros sign-stealing scandal, many have claimed that their win was illegitimate, have called for the trophy and rings to be renounced. The MLB has declined to do so. Let's look at the games that were played. Game 1, the Dodgers won 3-1. Clayton Kershaw, Dallas Keuchel pushed against each other. It was the hottest World Series game ever recorded. Chris Taylor hit a home run for the Dodgers on Keuchel's first pitch of the game. It was the 3rd home run to lead off the game in Dodgers postseason history. Alex Bregman hit a tying home run for the Astros in the 4th inning. In the 6th inning, Justin Turner hit a go-ahead 2-run home run for the Dodgers. Turner tied Duke Snider for most career runs batted in Dodgers postseason history with 26. Kershaw struck out 11 in 7 innings, pitched with no walks, only 3 hits allowed, while Keuchel allowed 3 runs on 6 hits in 6 2/3 innings. Brandon Morrow pitched the scoreless 8th, and Kelly Jansen earned the save. The 2-hour, 28-minute game was the shortest World Series contest since Game 4 of 1992. So Houston was able to win game number 2, 7-6 in 11 innings. Rich Hill was pitched for the Dodgers, just pitched for the Astros. The Astros scored first when Bregman drove in Josh Reddick with a hit in the third inning. Hill struck out 7 in 4 innings but was replaced by Kenta Maeda in the fifth. Jock Peterson tied the game with a home run at the bottom of the fifth. The Dodgers took the lead. Corey Seager hit a 2-run home run off of Taylor, walked in the bottom of the sixth. Verlander allowed 2 hits, both home runs, and a 6-inning pitch. Carlos Correa drove in the Astros' second run of the game on a single in the eighth, ending the Dodgers' bullpen streak of 28 consecutive scoreless innings in the postseason. So Marwin Gonzalez hit a home run off of Jansen in the ninth to tie the game. So this was only Jansen's second bomb save all season and snapped his streak of converting his first 12 postseason save opportunities, a major league record. The game went into extra innings. Jose Altuve and Correa hit back-to-back home runs off of Josh Fields in the 10th inning to put the Astros in the lead. Yuli Guerrero doubled off the home run after the home run, but Fields was replaced by Tony Segretti, and Gurriel was stranded. So in the bottom of the inning, Michelle Puig hit a solo home run off of Ken Giles. Enrique and Hernandez drove in Logan Forsythe. They had walked and advanced on a wild pitch to tie the game, with the latter being the Dodgers' first run that was not driven in by a home run. The next inning, pitch hitter Cameron Maybin singled Stoll second. George Springer hit a 2-run home run for the Astros off of Brandon McCarthy to retake the lead. In the bottom of the 11th inning, Charlie Culberson homered off of Chris Devenski, who later struck out Puig to end the game. This is the first ever World Series game in which a team hit home runs in the 9th, 10th, and 11th innings. The teams set a new record for combined home runs in a single World Series game with 8. This was the first time in MLB history, regular season or postseason, that 5 home runs were hit in extra innings. Astros won their first World Series game in franchise history, as they had been swept in their previous appearance in 2005. Game 3 went to Houston 5-3. Starting pitch was Yu Darvish and for the Dodgers and Lance McCullers Jr. for the Astros. The Astros scored 4 runs in the bottom of the second on a home run by Gurriel and all runs by Gonzalez, Brian McCann, and Bregman. They went on to win 5-3. Game 4. Los Angeles won 6-2. Starting pitchers were for the Dodgers was Alex Wood, Charlie Morton for the Astros. It was a scoreless inning for 5 innings until the 6th inning, and Houston went up 1-0. Then Los Angeles tied the game at 1-1. But the 9th inning, that's when everything broke loose. They scored 5 runs and they won 6-2. When Jock Peterson hit a 3-run home run, put him up. Bellinger drove in a go-ahead run with a double. Added 4 more runs on a sacrifice fly by Austin Barnes. 3-run home by Jock Peterson. They won 6-2. So Game 5 was a high-scoring game, 13-12 in favor of Los Angeles. Los Angeles jumped out to a 3-0 lead. They scored another run to make it 4-0. Then Houston tied it at 4-4. Then the 5th inning, Los Angeles scored 3 runs, and there was 3 runs scored for Houston. Now the score was 7-7. So now it was just back and forth in this Game 5. The Astros became only the second team to come back twice from a 3 runs down in the World Series game. The other was the Toronto Blue Jays in the 15-14 win in Game 4 of the 1993 World Series. So Kershaw and Keuchel started for Game 5 in a rematch of the opening game of the series. So Forsythe singled and 2 runs off of Keuchel in the first inning to put the Dodgers up early. 3rd run scored on the throwing error by Gurriel. Barnes singled in the 4th to score Forsythe. Keuchel's pitched 3 2/3 innings for the Astros, allowing 5 hits and 4 runs and 3 earned. The Astros scored their first run with the RBI double by Correa in the bottom of the 4th inning, followed by a 3-run home run by Gurriel to tie the game. Bellinger hit a 3-run home run off of Colin McHugh in the top of the 5th to put the Dodgers back on top, only for Altuve to hit his own 3-run home run in the bottom of the inning off of Maeda to tie it back up. Kershaw pitched 4 2/3 innings, allowed 6 runs on 4 hits and 3 walks. A triple by Bellinger on a line drive that Springer was missed on a dive in the 7th inning off of Peacock scored Hernandez from first base. The bottom of the 7th inning, Springer hit a home run off the pitch. First pitch he saw off of Morrow, who was pitching for 3rd consecutive day to tie the game. Bregman scored on a double by Altuve to put the Astros ahead for the first time in the game. Dick Correa hit a 2-run home run to extend the lead. Seager doubled in a run in the top of the 8th inning, but McCann hit a home run in the bottom of the 8th inning. That was the 21st home run of the series, tying this record set in 2002 World Series. Puig broke the record with a 2-run home run at the top of the 9th inning. Down to the last strike, Chris Taylor drove in Barnes to tie the game with a single. In the 10th inning, McCann was hit by a pitch, put him on base with 2 outs. Springer walked on 5 pitches to move McCann to second base. McCann was then replaced by pitch runner Derek Fisher. Next pitch, Bregman hit a walk-off single, scoring Fisher with the winning run. Now we got Game 6. Los Angeles won Game 6, 3-1. Houston got to a 1-0 start in the 3rd inning, but Los Angeles scored 2 runs in the 6th inning, including another run in the 6th inning and the 7th inning. Scored a run in the 7th inning, 2 runs in the 6th inning. They won by a score of 3-1. Lander pitch and Hill pitch. Springer hit a home run off a Hill in the top of the 3rd for the first run of the night. It was Springer's 4th home run of the series, tied for 3rd all-time in the series, single series, and joining Gene Tenace, playing 72 as the only players with 4 game time or go-ahead home runs in the World Series. The Astros lowered the bases in the 5th, but did not score. 6th inning, Taylor tied the game with an RBI double. Seager hit a sacrifice fly to give the Dodgers the lead. Verlander pitched 6 innings with 9 strikeouts, throwing 3 hits, allowed Peterson hit a home run in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jansen pitched 2 scoreless innings for the save, forcing a winner to take all Game 7. Peterson tied a World Series record with his 5th consecutive game with an extra base hit. Andre Ethier, who appeared in the game as a pitch hitter, set a new Dodgers franchise record with his 50th career postseason game. So now we got Game 7. This was the first World Series Game 7 to be played at Dodger Stadium. It's also the first time since 1931 that a World Series that occurred in the Game 7 between both teams having won at least 100 games during the season. It's the first time also that 2001 World Series and 2002 World Series that they were back-to-back World Series that had a Game 7. McCullers and Darvish pitched in this Game 7. Springer doubled to open the game, scored the first run, an error by Bellinger, which allowed Bregman to reach second base. Bregman stole 3rd base, scored on an Altuve ground out. McCann scored the next inning on a ground out hit by the pitcher, McCullers. Springer hit a 2-run home run, his 5th of the series, tying Reggie Jackson and Chase Utley for most home runs in a single World Series, setting a new record for 29 total bases in any postseason series. Darvish lashes 1 2/3 innings and became the 3rd pitcher with 2 starts of less than 2 innings in a World Series, and the first since Art Dittmer in the 1960 World Series. Dodgers failed to score a run, left 8 men on base through 5 innings. Andre Ethier hit a RBI pinch hit single that scored Peterson in the 6th inning for the Dodgers' only run. They only had 1 hit and 13 chances with runners in scoring position in the game. They had 1 hit and 13 chances with runners in scoring position in the game. Kershaw pitched 4 scoreless innings of relief in the game. The shot processing broke Orel Heisler's Dodgers postseason record with 33 strikeouts. So Morton pitched 4 innings of relief to earn the win. Corey Seager grounded out to Altuve. Jose Altuve threw to Gurriel to end the game. The Astros won their first championship in franchise history and their 56-year drought George Springer won the World Series MVP. So that's the story on part 53 about, part 54 about the professional sports teams that didn't win the championship during that season. 2017 LA Dodgers. Subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you can to support the channel. This is Rashad Mitchell. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.